John Hancock is here on KCMO Talk Radio. He is the former Missouri GOP chairman. There's all these different amendments that are on the ballot on the Missouri side of the state line. Some are getting more attention than others. We know that obviously sports betting and abortion are getting the bulk of the attention, the bulk of the money, but there is much more than that. Amendment 5. That's what John is here to talk about. John, good morning. Thanks for being on KCMO. What is Amendment 5?
Morning, Pete. Amendment 5 would amend the state constitution to allow a 14th casino license. This one would be at the Lake of the Ozarks. And the City Council of Lake Ozark and the Miller County Commission have unanimously supported a proposal that's a joint venture between Bally's Corporation and the Pruitt Family Development Company at the lake to build a 300-room hotel with a casino and a convention center on a site that the Pruitt family already owns about a mile from Bagnell Dam. And it would be really the first year-round tourist attraction at the Lake of the Ozarks. It would make a profound difference in the lake's economy. And we hope the people pass it because the local folks really want it.
So being on the yes side then, you mentioned economic impact and development. It's the only one that would have a 12-month-a-year opening down there? Is that what I'm hearing from you?
Yeah. When the casino would be, the Lake of the Ozarks is a tourist mecca in the state, always has been, but it's very seasonal there. And so what the casino development with the convention center would do is create a year-round draw for tourism. It would provide much needed local revenue because they've lost, at the lake, they've lost so much sales tax revenue as these mom and pop businesses have left and they've been replaced with condos. Everybody's buying condos and houses now at the Lake of the Ozarks. So this would be a great source of local revenue. It would be a great draw for year-round tourism. And really, in many ways, would be transformative for one of the state's premier tourist destinations.
So when you look at what you're up against, what are you hearing on the other side, and what are your counters to those arguments that you're getting from the no folks?
Yeah, really, Pete, the biggest issue we've had is confusion between our proposal and the sports gaming proposal, because those are two separate things, and I think voters are just hopefully now coming to the realization that this casino proposal is going to be a bricks and mortar, large-scale development. It's going to create 700 permanent jobs, and it's going to be transformative for the lake, and it's not the same thing as the sports gaming.
Got it. So on that, I know that one of the conditions here is that the revenue the state gets from this new license will go directly to early childhood literacy programs in Missouri's public elementary education schools. One of the complaints that we've heard about the sports betting bill is it's kind of masked on this thing about helping the kids and helping the schools, which a lot of people say, hey, schools have a lot of money. Just vote for this because you want people to be allowed to sports bet. And on your end, vote for this because you want to allow the casino to exist. So what do you tell people when it comes to how much money is actually realistically going to go to that and how they should view this vote through the prism of helping kids learn and read?
Yeah, that's a great question. Historically, when these casinos have been passed, or even back to the lottery back in the old days, the money goes to, quote, education. And I think the voters rightfully see through that, and they kind of, wink, wink. It doesn't actually enhance education funding. What's different about our proposal is it is earmarked specifically for early childhood literacy programs. There's not a single designated state revenue source in history that's been earmarked for this purpose. And what we know about early childhood literacy is that it's the key to predicting academic success for kids. It's the key to reduce dropout rates. It's a key that reduces the crime rate. When you have early childhood literacy education, it makes a massive difference in the education performance for kids. And this is the first time any money has ever been earmarked for that purpose in Missouri. And we think that's actually a great feature of this proposal.
In the last minute or so, John, people have said to us, too, on this one, and there's some folks on the text line suggesting that this could take away from smaller businesses who are running down by the lake. Why is that something you're maybe not concerned about?
We actually think it's going to help the smaller businesses at the lake because this is going to be a year-round attraction. There's going to be hotel space. It's going to be a convention draw. And you think about all those seasonal businesses out there that struggle through the winter months. We actually think this is going to enhance the overall economy at the lake. And I will tell you that the local business people at the lake really want this proposal to pass.
Well, John, thank you so much. There are so many things, obviously, on the ballot folks are thinking about and looking at, and we appreciate you coming on to explain Amendment 5, giving us some insight, and we will talk to you again soon, my friend. Thanks for the time.
My pleasure, Pete. You got a great show there.
Thank you very much. That's John Hancock. He is the former Missouri GOP chairman. Amendment 5. We'll do this all week long, talk about these various amendments that are on the ballot in Missouri, some getting more attention with more funding than others, but there's about half dozen of them that you're going to be voting on here on the Missouri side of the state line coming up, I guess, now, if you're doing early voting, which began yesterday.